Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice Radio. So today, we've got a bunch of new information about both Shining Diamond and Brilliant Pearl, the upcoming Gen 4 remakes, and Pokémon Legends Arceus, and this seems like the kind of thing we should definitely be having a little bit of a chat about. And most of it's good news. We've got an actual brand new, never-before-seen Pokémon, which is kind of amazing, but they've also made Bidoof completely redundant. Although I'm sure not all of you will agree with that. So, let's start off with Pokémon Legends Arceus, and there's a bunch of stuff in here, but the big news here is there's an actual, factual, brand new Pokémon. You see, during your expeditions, players may run into Pokémon that are larger than normal and have glowing red eyes. These are known as Alpha Pokémon, and they are stronger than their regular counterparts, and they will be quite aggressive. Which doesn't sound amazing. The thing is, there are Pokémon wardens that look after those Pokémon, and they're revered by the people of the region. But there is a strange new phenomenon that is sending them into a frenzy, and you need to go and quell the frenzies of the nobles, including Cleaver. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Cleaver is a brand new, never-before-seen Pokemon that is being introduced into the Pokemon world, so to speak, in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like the other new Pokemon we've seen, it's not actually a new Pokemon. It is a new evolution of Cyber. Now, it is interesting to note, of course, that we have had some other new Pokemon, but we've seen Hisuian Braviary, we've seen Hisuian Growlithe, we've seen Weirdeer, who is a new evolution of Stantler, and Basculegion, which is a new evolution of Basculin. So this is the fourth, and let me know in the comment section if I'm remembering this wrong, this is the fourth quote-unquote new Pokemon in the game, but so far we have only had alternate forms and new evolutions. Actually, 2 alternate forms, 2 new evolutions as it stands. And Cleaver is here, and Cleaver is cool. We've got the Axe Pokemon, 5'11", 196 pounds, a Bug and Rock Pokemon, and the official blurb says this. Special minerals found in Hisui region cause Cypher to evolve into this Pokemon. Parts of its body have hardened into stone. The stone parts often get chipped during fierce battles, and Cleaver that has survived many battles will display larger chipping across their bodies. It is said that the people of Hisui once used pieces of stone that had fallen from Cleaver to craft tools, which is kind of awesome and amazing, and I absolutely love it. Now, a couple of other little bits of news about Pokemon Legends Arceus that you might want to know. It turns out that Weirdeer, Basculegion, and Hisuian Braviary, as we already knew, they are Pokemon that will allow you to traverse the world. Weirdeer on land, Basculegion in the sea, and Hisuian Braviary in the sky. Fairly obviously, I would say. But now we know that there is an item called the Celestica Flute, which is a mysterious instrument passed down through generations, and you can play it anywhere to summon special Pokemon that will let you ride them. So that's kind of cool, honestly, right? There are some other things that have been revealed which are slightly less groundbreaking. The Clothier and Hairdresser, clues in the name. The photography studio, I really want to know what year this is set in. I thought this was well before the time of photography. It appears it is not. The general store and craft works, again, pretty obvious. And the pastures, that is where players can leave Pokemon that have been caught. Many Pokemon will need to be caught to complete the Pokedex, but only 6 can be taken in a party. You want to choose the right Pokemon for each mission before heading out. So, essentially, there is no box, although there are cameras, so you leave them in the pastures. Nice. We also know that there will be an Arc Phone that will be your guide. You get a device called the Arc Phone, and it might lead one to suspect that it has some connection to the mythical Pokemon Arceus, and it seems to contain some sort of strange power, and will apparently help players on their journey. Rotom. There we go. I could be wrong, but Sounds a lot like Rotom now, doesn't it? So that's the update on Pokemon Legends Arceus. The really big thing here is Cleaver, and a bit more detail about all of these nobles and the frenzies and all of that good stuff, plus confirmation of the flute that you can use to bring those Pokemon in at any time, which is rather lovely. I am very interested in this idea of selecting the right Pokemon for the mission, because obviously, generally speaking, right, we all just find our 6 favourite Pokemon and go through the game like that. I do like the idea that we'll be forced into using other Pokemon. I might be reading too much into this. Let's wait for a few more details. So moving over to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, we've got some new information there. Now it does confirm they are faithful remakes, bringing trainers back to the Sinnoh region where they will meet Professor Rowan, battle against Team Galactic, and explore the Grand Underground. But there's some really, really cool stuff going on, including confirmation that after you visited Amity Square, you will be able to run around with Pokemon following you. Now, Pokemon following you was a Gen 4 invention, but it was in Heart Gold, Soul Silver that were remakes in the Diamond and Pearl engine of Gen 2, not in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. So the fact that you can have a Pokemon running around after you, the trailer talked about having different interactions with different Pokemon, which seems kind of cool. And we don't exactly think it's going to be some great groundbreaking thing, but we've seen this in a few Pokemon games now, and it's just more fun when the Pokemon are running around after you. It just is. And I am absolutely delighted that they're bringing that into this game. And I know it's a little thing which might not make a huge difference, but it is one big difference. And when people talk about the fact that these are just shot-for-shot remakes, in a way they are. They are very faithful remakes, but they're also bringing in just a few little things, like the Ground Underground, which we talked about before, that sound amazing, like Pokemon following you, and like in one of the biggest but arguably meanest changes to the game, the all-purpose Poketech, and it's got things we would expect like the dowsing machine app to find hidden items, etc. But it also allows you to call on wild Pokemon to use hidden moves like cuts to chop down obstructive trees or rock climb to scale steep cliffs. Now, in terms of a quality of life improvement, this is huge. Because generally speaking, right, when you play through Pokemon, there are a bunch of hidden machines that you need to get around the world, surf and cut and all of that. And you've got to have Pokemon that have them. You've got to have a Pokemon with Fly, so you've got to have some kind of bird Pokemon. You've got to have a water Pokemon with Surf, although Surf's a really good move, so I'm never really upset about that one. And let's face it, right, in Diamond and Pearl, you had to have Bidoof. Bidoof was commonly referred to as a HM slave because Bidoof could use loads of the hidden moves, and everybody in Gen 4 had a Bidoof on their team just for the hidden moves. Now, I have it on good authority they're not actually removing Bidoof from the game. Bidoof will still be in there to catch and battle against and all of that. But let's face it, we all caught Bidoof as a HM slave. And we all have Bidoof on our team just for them. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to catch a Bidoof. I'm going to catch all the Pokemon. But there was always a Bidoof on my team. I played through Platinum a couple of months ago. There was a Bidoof on my team. I fear, ladies and gentlemen, that Bidoof will see so much less love. I mean, maybe it's time for Bidoof to finally have a little bit of a rest. But that is a big quality of life change. And honestly, not having to have Pokemon on your team for the hidden moves, being able to make your team as you like with the ability to call in wild Pokemon for hidden moves, if it literally is just as soon as you unlock it, you can call them in whenever, which is what it seems to be, man, that is going to make things so much easier as we play through the game. Now, there are some other details which are frankly a bit less interesting. In Amity Square, it's where you can relax with your Pokemon. You'll be able to walk with up to 6 Pokemon at a time, so long as they are among the list of Pokemon permitted in the park. Okay, I didn't realize that. That's amazing. Walking with 6 is brilliant. And you can adjust the camera angle and take commemorative photos and all of that. That is awesome. And there's the ability to make Poffins. I've never gotten into Poffins, I'm sorry. But if you are into Poffins, that is awesome. And as we finish, I need to go back, because as I was watching the trailer for Pokemon Legends Arceus, I started thinking, man, those... The characters they're showing look very familiar, and the lovely Immunity has gone and provided a nice little list, and these totally check out. But if we look at Mai from the trailer, it's clearly Marnie. Arizu is clearly Mars, and shout out to the lovely Maverick Nate, who has pointed out that the Japanese name is an old term for Mars, which is really cool. Leon is clearly Clay, and Clay is one of my favourite gym leaders, so I'm delighted. Come on, Asui and Excadrill. Aniscan is clearly Marlon, so I've got to think they're ancestors, right? It could just be a nice little Easter egg for fans, but you've got old Pokemon with different forms and all of that. I think bringing in ancestors, it's a really cool nod for the fans, but I do think it's going to be ancestors rather than just likeness. That would be a little bit weird. So, some pretty gosh darn big news. HMs being massively streamlined and a new Pokemon I think absolutely counts. And then some other smaller bits of news as well. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I am rather delighted. But now it's over to you guys. I want to know which of these things you're excited about, which of these look awesome, and which of these you could do without. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.